I think it is recording, yeah.
Oh, thanks for hitting that for us.
Welcome, everyone. So probably the biggest thing that's happened is we made some 4.2.0 pre-release packages. I made some, Nick made some. They're up on core. I don't think we've code signed any of them, but they exist. I'll probably code sign some today so that I can push them out to our beta fleet today or tomorrow.
We also had an ask for packages to be uploaded to the upstream Chocolatey repos. That requires code signing. I won't do that. I'm gonna try to get them at least built so I can test them internally. I won't do that just yet, but I'm gonna start making progress towards getting the 4.1.2 release was rejected by Chocolatey. So like there is no recent osquery Chocolatey package because apparently I didn't embed the icon URL, some stupid crap. It was very frustrating. So I'll get it re-uploaded soon, but.
Yeah, it's going to give us everything we need. So the question is, how do we proceed?
Oh, the point that I was gonna make, if somebody wants signed Windows binaries, I'm happy to provide them. I'll have them maybe like tonight or tomorrow. I left my keys at home.
I assume you'll just upload them to Slack again.
The worst part of this is
Okay, we'll try and keep kind of a running set of packages in Slack. We've never really come up with a great answer for like how to distribute pre-release packages and.
I mean, we have. I guess it doesn't really help. The small council is gonna say like I have access to the S3 buckets where we upload the production versions. We just cut a new folder that's called pre-release and have a pre-release folder that has and then like a suffix of unsigned versus signed.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't maybe.
I don't really like Slack as a means of distributing binaries. That's just my 2 cents, but I don't know.
So I'm 100% with you, right? Like I don't like Slack, but I feel like if we basically give people some repo where they can, like I wouldn't want to make repos because what we already find is people point at our distribution repos and then go like, whoa, it just updated me, everything broke. And we're like, table semantics changed.
Man, I mean, this is the story of osquery though, right? Is like we give you a gun and we say, don't shoot yourself in the foot. I'm not going to feel bad. I mean, like if we have a pre-release S3 bucket, and you point your servers at that? No way, man. That's not my bad. That's you being a dumbass. I'm sorry.
My guess is we'll get there. I still owe Stefano GCP buckets so that we can actually just start like having CI spit stuff out.
We all owe Stefano like a 6-pack of beers, man. I want to take a second and give Stefano a massive shout out for like taking point on most of that CVE. Like, thank you, huge dude. You fucking crushed it.
That too. I was thinking build system, but yeah, thanks on the TLS work too. Anyway, I don't think I've heard anything about 4.2.0. I don't know if anyone's running it yet. Yeah, that's kind of everything I've got on 4.2.0. Anyone have any PRs they want to discuss? The container access from tables PR is a big one, 6209.
Yeah, just a gentle request on someone if you can follow up reviews. Basically, Zach started reviewing it. I did the changes requested, and yeah, it still needs reviews. So if anyone has time, it's appreciated.
Did I feel like it would be great if Teddy could look at that. I have no idea if he'll like. I don't want to push it on him, right? Like it's kind of if he feels like he's got time, he'll poke his head onto it. But he feels like kind of the lead dev sometimes.
I mean, that's kind of how a lot of these go, right? It's like I would say don't ping him on it or anything, but like if you let it sit long enough, he'll look at it, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I glanced at it, but like mostly it's, it's a little bit beyond my C++.
Well, I can mention briefly. This is not something that needs reviews, but since we mentioned about LGTM static analysis that we were looking into, basically there's a PR open in work in progress where I'm trying to integrate looks good to me, which is known. This is a product from Semmel previously, which is now integrated with, let's say, with GitHub. I'm trying to have it work with osquery, so have it build and analyze osquery. Though the problem is that the build that it's really slow. It takes like 2 hours and a half, and then the analysis phase takes like an hour and a half, and basically it doesn't finish, and you have a timeout, which is 4 hours. So it does hit that timeout. I've already done some changes on that PR so that it only builds in release without any optimization, and it's not enough. Apparently, I checked the CPU that those machines, and this seems to be a bit on the weak side. I mean, they have two cores, but I think those 2 cores gigahertz are a bit on the low side, lower than our CI, because again, it takes 2 hours instead of 1 hour. I've also thought about using CC cache or something similar, though again, the issue is how do I get in and out the cache itself, because it legitimate doesn't provide any storage.
Does how much of the time is spent building the prereqs like AWS? And what I mean by that is, we've talked about trying to have a third-party layer for precompiled dependencies. Like, how much would that help?
Yeah, in that case, that would help a lot. Yes, because probably that's I don't know, 70 to 80% probably of the whole build.
Is it possible to try out with the system layer dependencies I made with Anatol, the Arch Linux maintainer? That should reduce the amount of dependencies by quite a lot. Though I'm not really sure what kind of distro we are dealing with on that system, or if the libraries are too old may not work.
Yeah, I have to run another small to make another small run to see what version specifically. It's an Ubuntu, but I don't know the version specifically.
So the other comment I made this in the PR is that I would totally be game to just merging this as is and iterating. It may take us a while to get to perfection, and clearly what's there is more correct than trunk, and this doesn't affect our underlying source code. So like, I have a pretty low bar for merging incremental progress in LGTM.
Yeah, it just I wanted to have some results because right now there's no result. Yeah, I think we can. What we can do is again, there's a way to trim out queries. Probably, if I trim out all the recommendations, which is the lowest priority ones, we can get inside again the timeout window and get some result.
And I don't know that it ever has to be a required thing for PRs if it's always a slow thing. But I think there's sort of interest and value in just having it hanging out there. And the other caveat that's worth remembering is LGTM is a product from Semel, who was purchased by GitHub. And as far as I know, all of the Semel engineers are all sort of repurposed to either other parts of GitHub or some new GitHub security stuff. So I kind of expect either LGTM to be rewritten and improved or removed and replaced with something else. And this is like speculation just on sort of seeing what they're tweeting and blogging about. Like GitHub has a lot of security stuff about like code uploaded to them, right? They're doing stuff like looking for keys, looking for vulnerabilities. So I think the Semel acquisition is an extension of that. This is speculation based on public information. So I don't really know what will happen to the LGTM product.
Yeah, it's good. It doesn't require much time. It didn't require much time to learn how to do that. Just waiting, waiting it finish. So yeah.
I was wondering, going back a little bit, about the chocolatey packages. Are you going to use the PowerShell scripts, Nick? We didn't check CMake yet. It should support it, but I have no idea how it works yet.
Yeah, do you have a CPAC support chocolatey? I didn't think it did.
It does support the new PKG format, but I never tried it.
So I can give it a shot. I'll use this release as an opportunity because, like, I would like to not use those scripts anymore. I'd very much like it to be like a standardized option and just have it be a selection in CPAC or in the package target. I'll see how it goes. I'll probably just try to convert those scripts into CMake logic.
Yeah. I mean, whatever works. I mean,
I might have to fall back to those scripts anyway, just to for the sake of getting it shipped. But like, I don't want to rely on those legacy scripts anymore. I would very much like for us to unify the logic, right? Like everybody else has moved on except for the chocolatey packages, right? Like it's obnoxious. So I'll take it. I'll try to remember to cut an issue, and if I don't, maybe somebody else will cut an issue and assign it to me, and I'll get that taken care of.
I'll make you an issue.
That would be great. Force me to do things, I will do them, I promise.
If you want a GitHub issue, I'll make you a GitHub issue.
Yeah, man, cut it, assign it to me, I'll get it fixed. Sorry about that.
Guys, what on earth is your what's your GitHub handle? Muffins. There you
Muffin.
are.
Yeah. I tried to get Thor. Thor is taken by somebody who seems more impressive than me.
You know, I can't always keep your Twitter handle and your nickname and your Slack handle.
I try to keep consistent. Muffins is pretty consistent, but Muffins was taken at Facebook and at Twitter.
Poppy seed?
Poppy seed pleasure. It's a kind of muffin. Poppy seed muffins. I don't know. It was pretty dumb when I made it.
That's fine. It's no worse than any other Twitter handle.
Hey, speaking of, so Alessandro, I know that it supports new packages. Is it possible to just have the CMake? You can just have CMake run PowerShell scripts, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
So like, if there were the reason I'm saying this is like, I'll try to convert the logic. I swear I already tried to do this, but in the event that there's things that I can't get CMake to do, I'll just call out to the PowerShell script and have it do it there.
So
Yeah.
it's probably worth understanding what those are. And I believe in our other cases, we do call out to intermediary shell scripts to like fix a couple of things along the way.
Yeah.
So you might need to do that, but I would generally say like the more you have to do that, the harder it is going to be to maintain, right? Because now we're suddenly like,
Absolutely.
oh yeah, we call CPAC, but this like weird intermediary. So
I'll just document it, man. I'll try to be in whatever PowerShell. If I need a PowerShell script or PowerShell code, I'll just document the shit out of what it's doing and why it's doing it.
yeah, and maybe we can evolve or something, or more people look at it. Okay, I made you an issue. Other things we have down on our list here, a couple of little misc items. Big shout out to Teddy for being awarded as a top open source contributor. So that's pretty cool. I have no idea where that came from, but it's cool anyhow.
Yeah.
Apparently Zach's osquery at scale talk has been uploaded, so great. I saw a link go by for all of the osquery at scale videos, so that's cool to see them up, cool to see more stuff there. Also down in our little MISC section here, I know Alessandra's been doing some pretty neat BPF work, so some cool stuff there too.
Yeah, and we were thinking about how to name the table itself. I ended up naming it process DNS events, but if you find a better name, open to update it.
I don't know, open a PR, see what people think.
Yeah, so I still have to fix a couple of things in my library related to symbol lookup inside the binaries. But once it is ready, I can finally make a pull request. But for this and the readline events intercepting the bash interaction.
Do other people here know what we're talking about?
Trail of Bits people do.
Yeah.
I don't know, you want to tell folks? It's pretty cool. Do you want me to tell people?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, yeah, sure.
So Alessandra's been working on redoing the BPF libraries, or creating a BPF library that osquery links to. And he's got a couple of neat examples of this. One of them is to hook into readline invocations. So you can basically get an event for every readline thing, which kind of gives you a view into interactive bash sessions. And another one is to hook resolver calls. So it's sort of, will get you anything that's using like the system resolvers for DNS. And both of these are pretty interesting in the context of poking around malware or seeing or looking for indicators of compromise and whatnot. At a past job, I would have been really excited to see the DNS things, because one of the things we always wanted was like, what is the stream of DNS queries coming off of this host? Like, do we see any hits to likely CNC nodes? Because it's much harder to get that if you're looking at just IP outbound connections. So getting straight DNS is super exciting. So I'm excited to see the BPF stuff, and there's a neat little ASCII demo of this. And I don't know that either of these has an obvious home in my current employer, but they're both super cool features to have. So
it was also an easy way to start integrating BPF inside osquery. And we will, of course, improve these things, add additional table, improve the ones we have. But yeah, starting small, I would like to just have those two tables, and then maybe prepare a roadmap with the rest of the TSC, see what we can do.
I know people are curious. You can check out the little ASCII Cinema demo. I can paste it into our meeting into this year, but otherwise it's in the notes. So it's pretty cool stuff. So another item that has come up is Facebook proposed that we change TSC memberships from Ryan to Nick. And we've been kind of talking about that. And broadly speaking, everyone seems in favor. So I don't know. I'll make some GitHub changes or something.
Yay. Yeah, is there anything that's needed from my end for that, or?
Not really.
Great.
Do you
Everything.
accept this great honor?
I do indeed, with all of my heart.
The virtual sword is laying upon your shoulder. I mean, I think that like we still like let's get the release cadence going, and then let's work on roadmap, defining the responsibilities of the TSC, and defining how people come on and off the TSC. Like these are things we need to do, but let's just move forward on this one because we know that everyone on the TSC is in agreement that this is the right decision.
Yeah. So we don't answer the larger questions yet, but you know, replacing Ryan with Nick seems fine. Okay. Anyone want to bring up anything else? Anyone have anything else they want to chat about?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to see if it was maybe a good idea to start a survey or something, try to find out how many people are actually using osquery and for what purpose, and see if we want to do that kind of data collection. I know it's perf season around here, so that kind of stuff's just it's on my mind.
Victor, are you saying you want to run like a user survey to understand how people are using osquery and where?
I'm just wondering if that's something that we want to do in general. Like it might help inform us with some decisions about what to prioritize or not. And
I'm interested.
I'm super interested. I think it's going to be, I think we don't even know how to reach all of our users.
Well, I mean, I think we do what we can. And maybe, I don't know what the survey tools look like, but maybe we can ask people how they found out about the survey, how they get their news about osquery, and start to learn some of those things. I mean, I think that it sounds to me like perfect is the enemy of good on this one. So I'm happy to get on board if someone has some proposals for the best way to start doing this. Like, I'll help out. I think that we can put a notice on the osquery website. We can put a notice in Slack, and we can all promote it on our own Twitters, and we'll definitely miss folks. But getting as much information as we can, I think would be great.
okay, I'll open an issue on the foundation page, and we can discuss what kind of things we want to ask it at. And yeah.
Cool. Thanks. I see a couple of people who are being pretty quiet in our meeting today. Any of the other folk want to bring anything up?
I don't have anything.
Okay, well, we're here. Okay. Anything else, or should we call this one?
Just call it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
See you,
have a
everybody.
great day, everyone.
Have a good day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.